Good morning, everyone. Not only do we want to welcome you back to YOKA Leadership Student News, but welcome back to school. I am your host, Natalie Santos.
And I am Valeria Asensio. We hope you had a restful week-long spring break. Some of you might have went out of town to visit family, maybe go out with friends and explore LA, or just kept it simple and stayed home binge watching TV.
We are past the halfway mark of the second semester. Before you know it, we will be walking out of this school for summer break.
Until then, let's see what we have going on. Up next, we have Nelly with our leadership activities.
Thank you, Natalie and Valeria. This week, right before spring break, was a short week, but a busy week nonetheless. Leadership Team Blue Rangers had a successful Nacho Sale on Monday, March 27th and Tuesday, March 28th. Thank you so much, staff and students, for your support. It was as if these nachos were covered in liquid gold, as we had the students coming back through the gate to get their share of nachos. We had an amazing turnout for our Pie the Teachers event hosted by Megazord. It really felt like it brought our community together, as many students lined up ready to pie our YOKA staff volunteers. This wouldn't have been if it were not for our awesome YOKA staff willing to sacrifice their face and develop some PTSD. Together, we are able to fundraise $230, not including expenses. Shout out to Mr. Morrison for being our top earner, bringing in $53, followed by Ms. Butler and Dr. Lauer at $37. YOKA witnessed history made in the 8th graders versus staff franchise. The 8th grade girls were able to pull up through together to win in basketball 24-4. Staff had to work extra hard to keep up, as they only had 7-player roster. 8th graders that took the advantage and used their sub to outrun them. Shout out to Michelle Cano for being the MVP of the game. Congratulations 8th grade girls for your victory. That trophy looks good on you. As the 8th grader boys, unfortunately, is a better luck next time situation. 8th graders put up on a fight, working well with each other. Shots were being made on both sides, but the staff roster was fully stacked with experienced players and ended up with the win. Another great event hosted by Mr. Gutierrez and the leadership that brings our community together. Leadership Team Green Rangers will be hosting their Pink Lemonade sale this week on Tuesday, April 11th and Wednesday, April 12th during lunch. Each thirst-quenching lemonade will cost $2. Leadership Team Black Rangers will have their second day of their Hot Cheeto with Cheese sale on Friday, April 14th after school, an event that many students have been asking for. A new event will come up next week with a fruit sale hosted by Leadership Team Red Rangers. They will be selling pepino, lemon, and watermelon on Thursday, April 20th. I am Nelly Castellanos reporting for your leadership activities. Back to you, Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Nelly. Congratulations, 8th grade girls, once again.
Yeah, see, you were half wrong of your prediction last time.
Well, I'm happy to be wrong. Now to make history again in the upcoming soccer game. This one will be one big co-ed game.
I can only imagine how excited this game is going to be. Up next, we have Caleb with club news and student involvements.
Thank you, Natalie and Valeria. First annual art contest coordinated by 6th grader Stacey Recinos and counselor Ms. Tarin has now begun. This is open to all YOKA students. Art submissions can be about YOKA dragons, people, or the community, and can be in any form like a physical drawing, digital drawing, painting, or any other creative form. Make sure to turn in your artwork by April 21st. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Tarin. YOKA's Chess Club has been undergoing their Spring 2023 chess tournament. After 3 consecutive Fridays, they have finally reached the semifinals round. On one side of the bracket, we have a medal-winning veteran chess player, Miguel, versus the last standing 6th grader, Yahir. On the other side of the bracket, we have another medal-winning veteran player, Daniel, versus an impressive first-time competitor, Renz. This is the first time there has not been a girl in the Final Four. The matches will continue on Friday, April 14th. Good luck, boys. We want to thank Mr. Galvan for hosting this semester's Spirit Week. We couldn't collect any pictures, but Mr. Gutierrez passed out exclusive Spring Spirit buttons to anyone participating. If you did not get your button, come by Mr. Gutierrez class 3105 to get your free button. Thank you for your participation. Now we have birthdays from April 10th to April 23rd. Happy birthday to the following staff: Ms. Estrada, April 12th, Mr. Cortez, April 19th, and Mr. Rosa, April 23rd. Now we have student birthdays. Happy birthday to the following students: Happy birthday to you all on behalf of student leadership. We hope you enjoy your special day. That's it for me. I'm Caleb Carballo. Back to you, Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Caleb. Principal shout out. 2 of our YOKA staff of their promotion. Miss Penaran will now be our parent resources aide, and Miss Yvette will be our new instructional aide.
Ms. Tashida for putting together a green energy field trip for our future leaders and innovators at the LA Convention Center.
Now we have unscripted sports with Alan Baharias.
Hello everybody, today, man, so many going on in sports world, so let's get into it. The Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers beat the Rockets. Lakers 134, Rockets 109. Also another great game. The Jazz taking the Lakers during overtime. Lakers beat the Jazz. Lakers 135 and Jazz 133. Another tough game. Oh man, battle for LA, baby. Let's go. Oh yeah, Westbrook. Is it Westbrook or Westbrook? Westbrook. Oh yeah, it was a revenge game for him. Unfortunately, the Lakers did not win this one. It was a chance for them to go to the 5th seed. Wah. The Lakers lost that game. They lost to the Clippers. Lakers 118, Clippers 125, with Braun passing it to his no longer teammate rivalry, Westbrook. During the halftime, we got a little incident with Bones Highland and Vanderbilt, but they're in a play-in tournament. Hopefully, the Lakers one day they can find themselves in the NBA Finals one day. A quick shout out to Mr. Jay Galvan. Alright, so the Dodgers beat the Diamondbacks. Dodgers 5, Diamondbacks 2, with Freddie Freeman being the MVP scorer, hitting a home run. The Dodgers are in the first in the National League West Division. That's all from me. Back to you, Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Alan. Up next, we have Isel with school news.
Thank you, Valeria and Natalie. On Saturday, March 18th, Mr. De La Cruz, Miss Yolanda, and Miss Paradan, Mr. Irvine, and Miss Saravia hosted a parent workshop to support parents with logging on to parent portal, Schoology, and the AR Mayon/Start application, and it was a full house, and it was evident that there was a need for this workshop as YOKA parents try to find ways to include themselves in the lives of their child. PHBAO parent conferences took place on Thursday, March 30th. We had a great turnout. We thank all YOKA staff for staying these extra hours to nourish the important relationship with parents of our students. Parent-teacher relationships are crucial in a student's education, and we thank you for doing your part. As our school preps for SBAC exams, we want to inform you of the many incentives you have to improve your SBAC. If you improve by 60 through 69 points, and you may earn the following on the screen. Improve by more than 80 points, and you may earn the following on screen. Top Scale award to the top scores will win a trip to Six Flags, and on top of that, all of the other awards. I am sure you heard the news by now, but how can I not say it again? If the school improves their score by 5%, Dr. Lauer has promised to shave his head bald. We have seen him with makeup before, so I am sure he will keep his word. Let's do it, Dragons. As always, we remind you that all students whose parents use Parent Portal will get a free Jest Day at the end of the month. Thank you. That is all for me. I am Isel. Back to you, Natalie and Valeria.
Thank you, Itzel.
Today, we want to close with an interview that touches on an important topic.
Here is Mrs. Shida with conversations with Sherry.
All right, Mr. Banks, thanks for agreeing to speak with me. Why don't you go ahead and tell the students just a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Mr. Banks. You'll see me on the second floor, and I've been here for just shy of 2 years. It'll be 2 years this summer school.
Awesome, and tell me, where are you from?
I'm from LA. I grew up right on 6th and Coronado, so I was always at Lafayette and Chateau Park.
That's awesome. You know, a lot of times when people would ask me where I'm from or where my family's from, they're really getting at wanting to know about my race or how my family came here. Do you know the history of how your family came to the United States?
No, and for a lot of black people that we don't know where our roots are, it actually took some time and effort to learn that my family's mainly from the Ivory Coast. So not every black experience is the same. Some of your friends may know, some of them may not.
And what was it like growing up black here in the United States, here in LA?
There were tons of small things that, well, people get the right to be ignorant once, right? So they'll ask things like, touching your hair at every point in time. You'll be sitting in class, people are just rubbing your hair. Hey, are you supposed to be that dark? Or, you'll get small comments like this here and there. Are you really good at basketball? Do you know how to rap? And you'll get those kind of things because I went to middle school in Highland Park, and I was literally the only black dude at that school at the time for 7th and 8th grade. And then I went to school in downtown, and I was in a predominantly non-black area, and so it was a lot of the same questions.
Right, and YOKA is a predominantly non-black school, right? And it's just that feeling of being different than everyone. There's that othering that happens when you realize, like, oh, I'm not like everyone else here. And then it goes that step further when things become outright racist, outright, violent towards marginalized people. And so I'm sure you know, because Mr. Banks knows everything that's happening here at YOKA. So I'm sure you know there's been kind of an uptick in some racially charged and offensive comments and writing here at YOKA. There's been the use of the N-word. There's been swastikas that have been drawn, just really offensive things. And I'm just curious how you feel about that, or what your thoughts are.
So at this point in time in my life, it would take a lot to actually offend me. But if you think about the other 12, 11, 13-year-olds in the school, all these small things will inevitably break them. Like, they'll begin to think, is this what my friends think about me? This is the stuff that they say to my face. When I'm not looking at them, are they saying worse things about me? Do they all have like some weird assumptions from TV? Usually bad assumptions about me. Do they think I'm in a gang? Do they think I'm a killer? Do they think I'm this, that, or the other? And those things, you don't want to use this kind of language because inevitably it makes your friends feel bad about themselves. It makes them feel bad about associating with you because you think about them like that. And it spreads like a cancer around everything.
Yeah, I'm really resonating with what you said earlier about we have the right to be ignorant once. Is there anything else that you would like to say to our students here at YOKA?
Well, I've talked with a lot of you. I've been in your classes and everything, and I know you guys aren't bad kids, so I just hope that you pay attention to what you're saying, because a lot of you are very, very smart kids, and you can know that right now is your chance to not be ignorant anymore on this subject. Don't use any racially charged language, whoever it may be at, because each of those people has a personality. They've got feelings on the other end.
I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking.
Wow, powerful interview. We hope this interview and this testimony was able to bring some clarity to you.
Yeah, that quote, people get the right to be ignorant once, really stood out to me.
I wasn't aware of these offensive racial comments, but again, how would I if I'm not the one receiving them? I'm sorry for our black student population who have been marginalized.
And to those who have used the N-word as your username, drawn a swastika on the wall, or made racially charged comments, I hope you really didn't know better.
But hey, now they know. And we shouldn't be seeing this on our campus anymore.
As we close today's episode, we want to remind you to look out for one another and remember that a positive community is only built if you are part of it. I am Valeria Asensio.
And I'm Natalie Santos. Have an amazing week.
Miss Panaran. Penaran. Because you put an A, that's why.
Yeah, Penaran.
I said that, Penaran.
You said Panaran. That's fine.
Okay,
wait.
wait.
Each thirst
Quenching?
Each thirst quenching.
Thirst?
First time there has not been first time?
This is the first time.
Man, so many good games, mister. Which one should I announce? I forgot what to watch yesterday's game.
PHBAO pairing.
Miss Yvette will be a new instructional aid.
Do you have a baseball too?
With experienced players and ended up with the win.
Sorry, I have to put the script already.